Mission accomplished, fire team. The heroics of those left behind won't be forgotten. The Stargazer captain has intel on a number of VIPs friendly to our little operation. Given the nature of the intel, it's likely the Stargazer plans to blackmail these individuals, which leaves us vulnerable. So this is a black bag operation. Eliminate the Stargazer captain, obtain his safe credentials, and destroy the intel. Fire team, drop! Go, go, go!
We need to get out of
One,
here.
this is Zeus. If the captain sticks to his routine, he's monitoring patrols around the river temple.
Let's get to the exfil point!
Let's get out of here.
We need to get out of here!
We need to stay
That's our
together.
boy. He should have a security token on him with a rotating password. Put him down and retrieve the token.
Have intruders in the area! Be on alert! Shoot anything that moves!
The captain operated out of a camp at these coordinates. I'm guessing the safe shouldn't be too hard to find.
Cover me! Moving to alarm! Form up!
Stay close.
Check it!
Lay down some fire! I'm heading for the alarm! Kill them all!
Ammo here!
Trust me when I tell you to keep moving and stick together. We have a mission to complete.
Tossing a frag! Boom!
Check these coordinates!
The password on the token should be synced to the clock on the safe. Enter the password.
Fuck this!
Biometric scan. Shit. Stand by, Voodoo 1. Technical says we can bypass the biometrics if we interrupt the power to the safe. Destroy the camp generators.
Are you serious?
Form up! Stay together.
Form up.
Time locked. God damn it. At least we didn't break the lock. Enter the password and trigger the time lock. Nothing to do now but wait it out. Voodoo, killing the power definitely sent out an alert, so prepare for hostiles.
First aid.
The alarm! We need to group up. Send it in back up!
Cover me. Changing back.
Shit!
Stay together, fire team.
flatline. Keep it together, Voodoo.
Detecting the trigger's arm. Send the reinforcements in now.
Time to go loud, Voodoo.
Hostile spotted!
Finally. Now you should be able to open the safe.
Gorilla in the AO! Armored BM's contact! Fuck you!
That's fair. Keep shooting!
I just
I
found a way
hope
to
that
get you
means
guys
it's
some help.
I
Target
know.
your map.
There! Over there!
Armored BM hostile! I'm out! Reloading!
We need to stay together.
Form up.
Stay close.
We need to group up.
Titan formation. You can never have too much ammo.
Flashbang!
Deploying audio decoy. Complete the objective.
Stupid.
Get the objective.
Yeah.
Come the fuck on.
First aid, found!
Time to stitch up!
Take anything you find in there. We'll light up those files. That should do it, fire team. No more loose ends. Head to the rendezvous and prep for extraction.
We need to get out of here.
Get to the chopper! Head to exfil location.
We need to group up.
Get to the EZ.
This way!
Tossing flash!
Grab some ammo!
Eyes open, motherfucker!
Get to the exfil point.
Over here!
Get to the easy.
Eyes open! Head to the exfil location.
Focus on the mission.
Mudnup.
What's with this shit? Complete the objective.
Brought a little extra fun for everybody. Head to the
Stay
exfil
together,
location.
fire team. Fuck this. We need to finish the mission.
Orders received. En route to extraction zone.
Plan spotted. Moving in on the intruders.
First aid kit. Medical
Stay together, fire
supplies.
team. Reinforcements are on the way.
Changing mags. There!
I got you now.
Get stitched up!
Can't stick around with it. You got 30 seconds and I'm gone.
Finish it off! Reloading. Huh. This better work! I think I disarmed it!
This is the OWLF. You've been involved in an incident with an otherworldly life form. We're assuming jurisdiction. Guard the body until we arrive and you will be compensated for your efforts.
We need to keep that specimen out of their hands. Send everything we got.
Too bad.
Got eyes on an armored PMC. Armored PMC in the AO. A lot of armor.
Pulling over the site now. Hold your ground, Voodoo.
Anyone got ammo?
Given its condition, this body will be invaluable to our research department. Your bonus will reflect the work you've done today.
GG. Really like the best team I've seen in a while.
July 8th, 1997. I just received positive confirmation from the LA team. There is an active predator and its hunting ground is downtown Los Angeles. I still haven't fully processed that this is actually happening, but I need to, and fast. The surveillance team has been tracking its movements, developing a consistent pattern for how the alien hunts. The rest of the team has set a trap at a slaughterhouse in the warehouse district where the predator's been feeding. A helpful bit of information that confirms the hunting is solely for sport and not nutrition. The plan is to deploy countermeasures, then covertly assault a predator using the heat-dampening suits. It's a risky gambit, but with such a limited timetable, we have to take opportunity when we can. I think it's the best thing we just head to LA and establish a mobile lab so we can be ready the second the predator's captured. If this goes to plan, we'll be involved in one of the most momentous moments in human history. March 10th, 2008. The team is pretty shaken. On our last mission, Dutch's crew was killed. We dispatched his team to a hunting ground near a small village, but the entire village was empty. Investigating the scene revealed a fresh human skull and spine impaled and dangling on a predator's spear at the center of the village. And that's when all hell broke loose. The team could find no target, as one by one, they were picked off. Dutch got the survivors into cover and offered himself up as a challenge as he drew his own spear. And within seconds, he stood face to face with a very unique predator. He described its armor as far more ornate, almost Egyptian in its regal design. Physically, it was slimmer, yet far more deadly than any previously encountered predator. Based on his description, I'm confident that what he encountered was the female of the species. Our assumption has been that all known predators have been male, though up until now it was mostly an informed guess. Dutch was ambushed. He was pinned to a wall by the female's net launcher, and he observed the predator walk toward him and then activate her shoulder cannon, which quickly shot every member of his team with astonishing precision. And as the razor netting cut into his face, blood apparently ran into his eyes, and Dutch says he only barely saw the predator cloak and disappear into the jungle. Given the heavy casualties, Dutch's severe injuries, it's unlikely we'll be sending teams out for some time. I fear we've kicked the hornet's nest on this one, and now the queen is pissed.
It's September 12th, 1987. My name is Major. April 8th, 1991. I'm not dead yet. I'll admit, I regret not curing my radiation sickness before I left. It made leaving the country difficult. I cashed in a few favors, took one too many off-the-book flights in rusted-out buckets, but I made it back to Valverde. The area was on lockdown, sealed by American intelligence for study. The complex centered on a crater from the alien self-destruction. I found the scientist slumming in a local bar. A few drinks, a couple of threads later, he was ready to talk. It wasn't much, barely anything I didn't already know. The blast emitted a form of radiation they'd never seen before. Some believed it was extraterrestrial, some didn't. Either they're not too bright, or there's nothing to find. I decided to let them keep searching in vain. It kept them busy and off my trail. I've been touring villages and small towns using the cover of an author writing about South American folklore. I don't know if any of them bought in, but they took my money and told their stories. The closer they were to the jungle, the more stories of devils in the trees. Some were bullshit, made up on the spot, but some carried consistencies that I couldn't ignore. Whatever it was, the demons who make trophies of man, the devil of the trees, or the skull taker, the stories always began on the hottest summer that they could remember. In the summer of 1987, Valverde Valley broke its all-time high in temperatures. They love the heat. It must remind them of home. Everything else confirmed the truth of the stories. Proud warriors skinned and hanged, skulls and spines ripped from their bodies. Maybe it was obvious from the beginning, but it wasn't until I heard the stories that I truly accepted the purpose of these mutilations. I mean, they're taking trophies. They travel impassable distances to hunt us, skin us, and mount us over some alien fireplace on another world. It would be disgusting if it weren't so familiar. Where do I go now? It's been on my mind all year. The takeaway from all this intel is that they've been doing this for decades, centuries maybe. They're coming back, and I need to be there when they do. June 27th, 1992. It's hard to remember that the most important part of an operation is patience. You can plan the perfect op, but you can't account for everything. If shit goes south, there's nothing to do but to adapt and finish the mission. Sometimes you just get lucky. I was in the dock, 10 clicks downriver from the Valverde border, figuring out my next move. I was ready to pack it in. I thought that I learned everything that I could, that there was nothing left for me to find. The OWLF had abandoned the detonation site a year ago, and I thought that they already shipped back to America. That's when I saw Agent Peter Keyes tie his skiff to the dock. I haven't seen Keyes since I gave my official statement to him. It was impossible, but there he was, with 3 of his buddies. All agents. The clean, tidy outfits give them away all the time. They don't want to get down in the dirt, you see. That's what they pay soldiers to do. Keyes walked up, looked right at me, and shook my hand. With the radiation sickness, I've lost a lot of weight, so I thought that he maybe would not recognize me, but then he greeted me like we were old pals. Keyes is a good spy, saying nothing, implying everything. We spent the next few hours trading war stories at the bar. If you had heard us, you would never have suspected we were trading intel on an alien manhunter. His cover was that they have been looking for a serial killer, a sadist who has been operating in the area for years, hunting people like animals and then skinning them alive. Keyes wanted to talk about the monster, so it all came out in the cover story. In many ways, they were just a few steps behind, surveying villages for information, locating witnesses. He did confirm one thing that I only considered. He told me how the killer chose his victims. They were always armed. A rifle, a pistol, a knife in the boot. He wasn't taking kids or random villages. He wanted a challenge. Whatever it was, It was a hunter. When it killed for sport. I wish they were here for a military action, recon for an invasion, but the truth was so much worse. We are prey, animals, fit only to be hunted. Keyes and his buddies paid the tab and mine, but before he left, he winked at me and he said, "Stay out of the jungle. That's where he gets you." I tracked Keyes and his team for weeks, but they didn't learn anything new. Maybe they knew that I was there, maybe they didn't, I don't know. I've risked enough for now. I think it's time to disappear. Keep my ear to the ground. Be patient.
shit going on out there. What is that? Holy shit, what is this thing? What is that?
Enemy spotted.
Hostile spotted! Check it! There! Over there! Huh.
March 3rd, 1996, Zaire. I thought I could wait. I thought that I could hold back and make my move at the right time. I couldn't. Fuck. I had to find them. I needed to hunt it or let it hunt me. I joined up with any private military company that was headed into the hot zone. I pulled every string, cashed out every favor just to follow the sweat and the death that attracted the demon. I eventually put together a team myself. Lost soldiers and haunted men, willing to fight and to die wherever I led them. They thought that I was a legend, and I let them believe that. I'm quiet and good in what I do. They needed them to see me as a legend, so that they could take them to die in a sweltering jungle. We went on more missions than I can remember. We didn't fire until we were fired at. They thought that it was my code. It wasn't. I was waiting and watching. Our last mission was an evac app in the Congo. A private munition base had gone dark. When we arrived, they'd been dead for days. Bodies strung up on floodlights around the base, all of them skinned, some missing skulls and spines. We secured the site and waited for backup to arrive. In the heat of the day, I stared into the waves of heat coming off the concrete.
After the recent military coup, a number of important cultural artifacts were reported stolen by the new acting government. To avoid embarrassment, they want these artifacts returned by any means necessary. A buyer from the old regime has been identified, so we need to recover these artifacts, ASAP. Voodoo is away. Good hunting.
Mudding up.
Voodoo 1, this is Zeus. The rendezvous for the buyer is scheduled to occur at the following coordinates. If we're lucky, all the artifacts will be there.
Over here!
Outside, they're still in the red crate used by the museum.
Contact. Cover me. They dig trophies. So do I.
There they are!
This way.
Target's inbound wearing camo.
Frag out.
5 team members down. Stick to the mission.
Come on. Kill it. Get over and help them.
I'm reading the flat line. Keep it together, Voodoo.
Can't move! Down in them! Their unknown contact is using camo!
Well. Voodoo, it looks like the stakes have been raised. Keep moving and stick together. My team members down. Stick to the mission. Lighten up. They're gonna be looking for you, fire team. Marking a reinforcement location on your map. Are you guys lost? Get back to the mission! Voodoo, do you copy?
October 12, 1997, Los Angeles. I needed to come back to the States. It wasn't impossible to sneak contraband through customs, but I wasn't willing to risk what I found in the Congo falling into the wrong hands. Instead, I traveled to Mexico aboard a cargo ship bound for the port of Altamira. From there, I made my way to Tijuana and I bunkered down. I had tangible proof of extraterrestrial life in my possession, but no idea what to do with it. I'm not a scientist. I did a soldier's duty and secured valuable intel. This was out of my pay grade. I kept an eye on the news. Los Angeles was having a record-breaking heat wave and a gang war on the streets. It was perfect. I could feel it in my bones. I'd been tracking them for so long, I could think like them. I could smell the prey. I could see the hunting ground. I had to get to LA. Crossing back into the States from Tijuana wasn't that difficult, but by the time that I'd reached the city, it was already over. Like Valverde, the OWLF only found crumbs. What I'd hoped might be an alien ship turned out to be only a launching site. I wanted it too much, and I got sloppy. I breached the OWLF's quarantine and was captured. I'd hoped to be bailed out by Agent Keys, but he died. With Keys gone, the OWLF was leaderless and disorganized. I was interrogated, but I negotiated my release by bartering the alien materials that I'd recovered from the Congo. During the negotiations, it was clear how little they knew. They needed someone who understood the threat, so I offered to work with the OWLF as a consulting advisor. They had the funding, the technology that I needed to continue my hunt. I wouldn't work for them, but I would work with them. There will be a weapon that I can use to hunt down these predators as they move to fresh ground. It's only a matter of time until they see us as a real threat. When the prey can fight back, it's no longer a hunt. It is war.
Scorpio ready.
Shoot it!
Over here.
Too many trees. Anything to do.
Copy. On your... That bud?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and stop the countdown. Ordnance is hot. Clear the area.
Moving to intercept.
Hostile spotted.
Armored PMC in the AO.